Hello and welcome to the Evil Hour. We're your hosts, this guy over here.
I'm Ratatrophic / Dom.
And I am Sean Graves. In today's episode, we are having a little bit of fun. Got our drinks here, ready to go. Be sure to follow, subscribe, and leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and share with your friends along the way. Shout out to the moderators as well, those who are following already, and to our dear friends, Ratatrophic. In-house news, what's going on, buddy?
I went through my procedure. Not gonna go into detail with it because I'll take up the whole podcast. But moral of the story, those of you that knew from last podcast and on my personal Twitch side, so I went through that. That was pretty good. And honestly, I took a little break.
Survived.
Yeah, we did survive. And everything went by smoothly. Did I tell you, by the way, what happened? Because if I did, I'll just leave. Okay, cool. So yeah, nothing serious. But for the main part, I just took a break from streaming for a little bit. So I took a good 6 days off, but we're gonna come back and we're gonna play some newer horror games. Newer being they're old horror games, but new to the Twitch channel. So yeah, so I thought about hitting up some Amnesia or something, good old classic. Yeah, so about pretty much it on my side. What about you though?
Well, let's see. Valentine's was a kickoff. We went to the Rage Room and beat the hell out of a filing cabinet. It's no longer a filing cabinet.
Did some good old Street Fighter to a Honda Civic.
Seriously, it was awesome. And then we went and got pizzas afterward, and then came home, watched a movie, and just relaxed.
Some brick oven pizza, or just some like good old like?
Oh no, it was definitely oven made.
Like, dude, I had my very first brick oven on my birthday, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah. Buddy took me out for my birthday, and he was like, "Dude, you gotta try this place out." And I finally tried my very first brick oven pizza, and holy shit. Yeah, it made me look at pizza totally different, by the way. Not to get on a pizza topic, but holy shit. Like, I'm good. I'm used to like Pizza Hut, Domino's, the usual. Yeah. The usual. Yeah. I finally tried my brick house oven pizza, and holy shit, dude. I was like, wow.
And you could have one at home too.
Oh yeah?
They have like these they have like these little ovens.
Oh god.
And you could just slide pizza in there. And
bro, my ass would be so clumsy, man. I'll flip that thing upside down a minute. And just be cooking.
Right?
Then I couldn't get it out. I would have to just stick my hand in there. Hot. I'm sorry. We're off to We're off to a great start. We haven't even started yet. Welcome to the 1-year podcast.
Yes, for sure.
What did you say?
We're good. Oh, I was like, dude, you're reminding me of the Abominable Snowman from the Looney Tunes.
Why am I forgetting that?
He grabs like Bugs Bunny, who looks like
not
Bugs Bunny, but Daffy Duck, who looks like Bugs Bunny. He's like, I'm gonna hug you and pet you and name you George. I
was just doing the South Park thing with the random hard. But yeah, no, you just did a core memory for me, man. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. The Looney Tunes thing. That's great.
So, excuse me, I am choking on myself. I have a cat who is desperately in need of attention for some reason. Okay. So this time last year, guys, around this time, we were playing a little game where Dom spins the wheel.
Yes,
sir. I read a question out of the book of questions, and then we both answer the questions as best as we can. And we also
drink
games as well.
Yes.
And we drink at the same time. If we make each other laugh because of our answers,
yep,
we drink. I'm gonna drink right now because my throat.
No, you're fine, brother. You're fine.
Woo!
Cheers for you, Dizzy. Thank you. Oh wait, that's already one down.
And we'll play that for a little while, and then we're gonna jump over to a couple of other games as well. So,
Well, I was thinking
Dom.
if you want to, we'll spin the wheel.
Sure.
We'll kind of go in order. So we'll just spin the wheel, and then next one we'll do next, and then we'll go back to spin the wheel. You know what I'm saying? If that's cool.
Yeah.
If that's cool.
That's cool.
All right, cool. So yeah, say your line because I know what you're about to say.
Dom, spin that
wheel.
wheel.
I wish I had like the cool like little.
Oh, yeah.
I should have made a little. I'm about to make another.
Oh,
I'm about to make a little
next
thing.
year?
What's that? Oh, dude,
Next
yeah.
year,
I know we're just talking about. That'd be cool. No, I'm about to make a little thing for the podcast, so it'll, like come up so everybody can see the spin the wheel thing. 54, by the way.
54. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, I'm spinning again. Shit. Hold on. I broke it. Here you go.
It's a good thing I can't break a book yet.
Break a book.
Okay. Question number 54 is, what is the worst psychological torture you can imagine suffering? Anything causing even minor physical injury should not be considered.
Psychological torture?
Mm-hmm.
Silent Hill? I don't know, honestly. I'm gonna let you answer that because I'll be honest with you. I'm not really good when it comes to psychological stuff. If I had to go by real torture, the whole I'm just gonna go by real torture here because I don't know anything. I'm not really good with psychological stuff.
Me neither.
So I'm just gonna go by real torture here. Definitely, I'm gonna go medieval style on this one. The rat on your stomach where they put like they heat it up. Oh yeah.
Rat nest?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know what it's called, but that's what I know.
Yeah.
What I know it as.
So shout out to Ratatrophic because that's fucked up. So yeah, the whole if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, sum it up for you. They put rats on your stomach and then they yeah, I forgot to drink to that. They put rats on your stomach and then they cover it up with like a metal bowl and then they'll torch the bowl and they'll start eating through your stomach to escape because there's no escape. So yeah, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
That or waterboarding. Waterboarding's pretty fucked up too.
Yeah.
Or no, not the waterboarding. I'm sorry, not waterboarding. What's that Asian water drop where it just drops on you?
Actually, that's one of mine.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. Go for it.
Yeah. No, you're fine. You covered it. So for me, the water drop.
I thought it was
Forehead.
Yeah. I thought it was called like. This.
You know what's crazy is like, there's an episode of the Mythbusters.
Okay.
Yeah, where they get Carrie Byron, the redhead chick.
Yeah.
To be, even though she's strapped in, she knows she can escape, which is kind of like, yeah, it's torture. They were doing it for the TV show, obviously.
Right.
But they had it so like it was dropping at intervals, right?
Ooh.
And like she was just like, I know I can get out of this. I'm fine. And then all of a sudden she just starts crying.
Whoa.
Yeah. And she was just like, I can't do this anymore. And I was like sitting there going like, I bet you I could do better than her.
Yeah, I can last at least an hour.
No, I can't.
Really?
I can't fucking do it. No. So I set myself up with a dropper.
Ooh.
Like a drop.
Yeah.
And I was just laying underneath it and just like just set the timer, set the clock, and just sat underneath it and just went for it. I'm not very good at torture, apparently.
Really?
No.
See, I as fucked up. I really don't want to admit this, but as fucked up
Like
as it
30 minutes
sounds,
deep, and I was like, "Oh no, I can't do this."
I'm like low key a masochist. I'm not. This is already going. I'm drinking to that. So like, I'm more of like, I just want to know how it feels more than I enjoy it, right?
Right.
So so funny story. I got pepper sprayed one time because I wanted to see how pepper spray felt. Because I always get
Oh
like,
yeah, I've done that.
yeah, because it's one of those things like, oh, this is a defense mechanism, but is it really? Is it really?
It's also the Navy.
That, yeah. And so like I did it, and by the way, military pepper spray is nothing compared to dollar store pepper spray. So shout out to you, brother, because I know police academy shit.
Spray it right here until they spray it into your hair, so that way it sweats.
Oh,
into
that's
your face.
that's torture.
Yeah.
That's fucking torture. But anyway, no, so I wanted to try it, and it works. And yeah, so I'm more of like a I'm kind of like the Mythbusters of, I don't want to say torture, but like just feeling pain. I don't enjoy it, but I'm more like, for example, like a dog shot collar. Like, does it really?
Oh, I've tested that.
So let me put it on myself. I'm gonna show these motherfucker, and then next thing I'm like, oh, what's up? Yeah. So I'm one of those guys. So like that's why I say I'm like low key a masochist, because like I'm more of like, does it really hurt?
Yeah.
And you know what they say,
no,
if you don't get back up and do it again, then then you're not a champ. So
So like relatable is that we were camping in Oklahoma at Draper Lake, and the
by the way, shout out to you for camping in Oklahoma, because that is tornado city, and fuck that.
I mean, it was a tornado season at the time of camping, okay?
Gotcha.
But when my friends and I were camping at Draper Lake, we had a bonfire going, and then like the I guess he's a state or something like that. But the park ranger guy comes around to check out the site. You gave him a beer. He was hanging out. We were having a good time.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
And then I was like, "Hey, is that a stun gun?" He's like, "Yeah." That was
Yeah, bud.
Could you stun me? And he stunned me, and I went straight to the ground.
Yeah. Believe it or not, I've never been tased yet. And that's one thing I always wanted to try, but it's one of those things like I always get the opportunity, but it's more like I can't do it to myself. I have to have somebody to do it to me. I never physically got tased.
It's one of those things where like I understand that, because I would rather someone tase me than me tase.
Oh yeah.
Much like how I think it's interesting how there's people in this world who can give themselves tattoos.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But like I would never give myself a tattoo. I have tattoos.
Right.
But if I was to do it by myself or to myself for myself, it would be Picasso.
Not only that, I can't even fucking draw a stick person, so like I don't even want to try. Next question.
All right. Never have I ever sent an eggplant emoji. I have.
The only reason why I'm smiling right now is because it's one of those, I hate to say it, I don't think I have, man. That's why I was smiling, because I'm like trying to like remember like my whore face.
Your job tonight is to text your wife an eggplant emoji, and you have to send a screenshot to me.
I got you, bud. I got
For
you.
proof.
I got you.
And we do this for science.
No, now that I'm actually thinking about it, yeah, I have never. That's why I'm smiling though,
Really?
because yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, no, I can confirm that now. Now I'm thinking about it. Nah.
I'm laughing now. Woo. All right.
Next one. That was
There's some peppers in the air.
that was a quick question.
Right? Okay, here's our what if question. What if your mother gets arrested for shoplifting adult diapers?
I'm a firm believer.
No, stop.
I'm drinking. Hold on.
This is really bad for us.
Yeah, we're gonna get canceled. This is the one that's God damn it, I dropped my vape again. Alright. I am afraid now we're laughing about this, but this is going to get into a deep top. Well, not deep, but a serious topic. I'm I can't wait to clip that now. Remember to clip that. That was a good one. Anyway, I'm a firm believer of if it's an old person or a pregnant single woman and they're shoplifting like diapers or baby formula. Now that's on a different topic, but we're talking about dependents here. Then I will look the other way.
Really?
Yeah, I would. Now, don't get me wrong. I know damn well mom cashed in that 401k, but god damn it, like I would look away though. Especially, I mean, I would look away. One, I'd be like, Mom, what the fuck? But two, I'd be like, all right, you got this. Let's hear it.
If my mother here's the thing, the shoplifting has already gotten to a point where there's arrestment involved, okay?
Wouldn't be the first. I mean,
There's no helping this bitch out.
yeah, for all I know, I don't even know that lady.
So, I mean, all she did was give birth and raise me.
Yeah, shame on you.
What shouldn't? Oh, so there's a follow-up question to all these questions, and it's what shouldn't you do?
Look away.
Help? No,
that's a good one. Oh fuck! You know what? No, fuck
Help
that.
with
Mom gets arrested. I'm going with
help
you,
with the
Mom. I
shoplifting?
got you.
Reminds me of a story of my dad. This was like probably 3 months before he passed away. So he was working at Tinker Air Force Base, and he decided, in all his higher knowledge, I don't know why, but here's a setup. So my brother was living with my mom, I'm living with dad,
Okay.
and so he was paying the mortgage for her house, whilst also paying the mortgage, or helping pay the mortgage for the house in Oklahoma. And I'm just a teenager, okay?
Right.
And of course I've got, side hustles in the summertime, side hustles in the wintertime, just to have something, right? And my dad decided, why am I paying mortgage for a house that my he wasn't even divorced yet.
Right, but still
He was
separated.
like, why am I paying a right? So he was like, why am I paying a mortgage for another man to sleep with my
Damn.
soon-to-be ex-wife, and I'm not getting anything out of
That's a
this?
deep topic right there.
Right. And I was like, so me being like, 17, 18 years old, I was like, yeah, Dad, that's effed
Yeah.
up. Like, you should not be paying that
What the
mortgage.
hell's wrong with you?
I'm also 17 and have no idea of repercussions if you don't pay your mortgage.
Oh yeah. I just
Yeah,
now thought of that
so
until
the
you said that.
Right. So the mortgage company put out a what's it
One of
called?
those letters, yeah,
A warrant?
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
I don't
that's
think
what
it's a
it was,
warrant.
arrestment.
Oh, it was a warrant then.
So here essentially
What the fuck goes on down there, bro? We don't get warrants here. They just like, hey, we're gonna take your house and everything that's in it, we're keeping.
You know what's really crazy is, like, if you get caught speeding in Texas and you get a ticket, but then you decide not to pay it, and you have a warrant in Texas, just don't get pulled over again in Texas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that's kind of how Oklahoma operates too. So,
Wait, was you born and raised
Dad
in
has to take-
Oklahoma?
no.
Okay, because I remember you were like,
No.
everywhere.
I lived
Yeah,
everywhere.
that's why. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Anyway, going on.
So. Dad goes to work at Tinker Air Force Base, and the MPs, the military police, roll in, cuff him, walk him off base.
Oh shit.
Well, actually,
So wait, does he
walk
go
him
in
out
military
base-
jail? I heard that's.
No, not even
Oh,
that.
okay. As I was saying,
Not
I
even
heard
that,
that's worse than
no.
regular jail.
So, not really. I've been
Really?
there. So, yeah. I've stood watch. So, They apprehend my dad, walk him off base, turn him over to state police. State police take him off to the oh, you can find an episode of Beyond Scared Straight where my dad went to jail.
No shit.
So
I used to watch that. Oh my god.
I love it.
Oh, you had to send
I
me
love
that
that show.
after this.
So the building's there, and meanwhile, in a different reality, I'm over at a Cracker Barrel, and I just put in my order for French French toast with a side of like
I love how you know
sausages and
those
like
things.
a cup of coffee. And my phone goes off, and he's like, "Your dad just went to jail. You might want to go get a bond."
Oh my god.
From one of his coworkers who happens to have seen like the whole damn thing. So I'm just like, I left. Food showed up, I left. Didn't even leave it. I left a tip. I didn't leave like a bill. So yeah, 17 years old. I had to figure out how to bail my dad out of
Damn.
jail for not paying his freaking
Bond. Oh yeah,
mortgage.
mortgage.
But
Sorry.
if it was shoplifting and you're arrested for adult diapers, I'm sorry. You're not allowed to go to Walmart.
Said,
anymore,
I'm
man.
sorry.
Like, I'm sorry. You're gonna have to pay that one out yourself. I can't help you with that.
Spin the wheel. All right, let's spin the good old Wilski, and we got 90.
90. These are some high ones. Oh, okay. If you could choose the sex and physical appearance of your soon-to-be born child, would you do it?
No. No. Just because
Okay.
I hate to say it like this, but I don't want to play God. So
Oh, okay.
I'll just say that. You would?
Well, no, for me, the boyfriend and I have been trying to have a baby, but something's not working. I don't know if it's me or him, but oh, I'm sorry.
What the fuck?
I'm almost killing Ratatrophic.
I'll drink to that. Anyway,
I've had that joke locked and loaded for so long.
Jesus Christ. All right, then moving on. What's going on with this story? Now I'm in. Now I'm in. Oh, that was it.
I'll say it like this. I wouldn't either. Even when I was married to my wife, we both had an agreement that like I think like 2 kids would have been enough, you know, to handle, but like have them close together, not too close together in age, but close together in age, because I know what it's like to be 10 years younger than my sibling, and that wasn't fun. So,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
But like, if it was 2 boys, 2 girls, a boy and a girl.
See, now if we had an option
whatever.
to choose, like if I could say, okay, now because I took the question as like if this was my firstborn child. Now if I could say, all right, you can have 2 children, then I would play God and just be like boy girl, because I'm one of those people like I would love I feel like most dads would. I would love a boy, but I feel like I would be such a daddy's girl though. You know, I don't want to admit that because I want to like hang out with my dude.
So true. Though.
You know, but I feel like if deep down, like, you know, but I took it as like if this was my firstborn child, then would you do it? And I'm kind of like, yeah, no, nah, I wouldn't do it. That's a good question though.
Soon to be born.
Oh yeah, so technically,
so assuming that you have one or not.
Yeah. So in that case, yeah, I wouldn't do it. Never have I ever. Let's do it.
All right, let's do this. Never have I ever been in a fight with an Uber driver.
I would say I've been into a weird fight with the Uber driver, and it was on my 21st birthday. And yeah, well, it was more like you can already tell like he's been. So I was on like a busy side of my town because I was out of town because where I live at doesn't have Uber because we're that small of a town.
Oh, that's how it is
Yeah,
here too.
so we went to like a big city, and it was one of those like you can already tell this guy's been driving around because where I went was a drunk college party town. So that kind of society where like 15 campuses live on the block, but within the block of the 15 campuses is a bar right next to every single one. So you can already tell this guy's already done like 15 stops, maybe like 3 of them threw up in his car type shit. You can already tell like he's done for the night. It didn't smell like that, but I'm just assuming, right?
Right. Yeah.
And it was one of those like I hop in, I'm wasted as fuck because it's 21st, you already know.
Yeah.
And it was more like me just showing courtesy, like, hey man, how you doing today? It probably didn't come out like that. It's probably like, hey man. And he didn't even say anything, and I literally
like reality from a drunk person versus reality from everybody who's sober.
Right. And like everybody kind of laughed who was with me. So it was just like they knew. And he just didn't say anything to me. And all he said was, okay, good talk. And I said, so how's your night going? And he still was kind of like, And I was just like, all right, well, I remember I said this too. I was like, I'll just go fuck myself then. Like, that was kind of like I was like, okay, whatever. And he still took us to our destination, didn't fight with us or nothing. You could tell he's just done with the night. I was just like, so I wouldn't say I necessarily got into a fight with one, but it was more like rude.
I've had a strange situation like that happen to me in I think it was Dubai. Yeah, it was Dubai. So
wait, you've been to Dubai?
Yeah, I've been to Bahrain, Dubai, Oman.
Is it true that they say like everything's rich down there, bro? I heard like everybody drives like, well, yeah, that's what I meant. Like I heard like everybody drives like Lambos and everything. And Lambos are dirt
No, not
cheap.
everybody.
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Dubai is a very strange kingdom, and here's why. It's a mecca as a what do you call it?
It's like an oil place, though, isn't it?
Well, yeah,
like
but
yeah.
It's more like a fantasy island, if you will. So there's a lot of like big projects, infrastructure projects that have happened there, but then like nothing happens. It's a whole bunch of tourists that buy in because it's cheap, and then everybody who lives there, they're just being paid like nickels and dimes.
Wow.
So $1 is like last I remember was like 5 dinar.
Oh wow.
Out there.
I don't know.
So like it's real. So that's like their dollar, their version of a
dollar. Oh, okay. So it's like $5 there.
Yeah. So like we're like at a 1 to 5 ratio there.
Oh.
Yeah. So like when people are like, oh hey, here's this, shoe for 500 dinar, you're like, that's it.
Wow.
50 bucks.
That's crazy, man.
So while we're there, while we're ported, there's a lot of things that happen. There's a lot of watches that happen, and the watch that I was on is where you ride passenger in a bus, and the whole purpose behind the bus is to take you from the port to the city and drop you off at like one of 3 malls that are there, right?
Okay.
But like the malls are like closest to furthest, and then you drive all the way back, right?
Right.
And there's always a cycle of dropping people off and picking people up.
Yeah.
So on our long drive to our first mall, everything's fine, everything's cool. And at the time, I was solving a Rubik's Cube because I needed a hobby. And I was doing it with no directions. And so the guy to the driver was like, in broken English, asking me what America's like, things like that. And so I would in return ask, well, what's Dubai like?
Yeah.
So we're building up a rapport, and I'm like doing like ambassadorship stuff, like talking to like real people and not like socialites and things like that.
Right.
And about the second run, I felt really comfortable with this driver. I told him, like, I think you're a really nice person. He's like, oh, I think you are too. I was like, cool, right on, man. And then our third time out, on our way to the next, or to our first
Is this the same day, by the way?
stop, same day.
Okay.
And I'm on watch for like 8 hours.
Shit.
So I'm doing nothing but being a bus seat driver for like 8 hours, right?
Right.
And this was like really early on. So I think I was still within like my third hour or something like that. And I hadn't taken a break or anything. And on our way to our first mall, driver looks at me. He's like this. Are you Christian?
Oh, fuck.
Like, no, we're told like you're not supposed to talk about religion, politics.
Right.
Safe zone stuff, you know, like table.
Don't bring it up at
Table
the family reunion type shit.
Right, that kind of stuff. And I was like, no, sir, I'm not Catholic.
Right.
Or I think he asked me if I was Catholic, not Christian, but he asked me if I wasn't like Catholic, and I was like, no, sir, I'm not Catholic. And he goes, oh, are you Jewish? And I was like, no, I'm not Jewish either. And he goes, oh, Buddhist? And I was like, no, sir, I'm not Buddhist either. And he goes, oh,
Wait a minute.
Muslim? And I'm like, no, sir, I'm also not a practicing Muslim. And then I just kind of tell him, like, this is kind of like personal and it makes me feel uncomfortable. And he goes, oh, okay. And I guess he just took that as I'm just going to shut the fuck up for the rest of the time. That's not what I intended, but that's why he took it. And so we do our thing, and he started being like really
rude
after that. And I was like, wow, I thought we had like a friendship here budding or something like that, you know? Like I thought you were going to be like my, you know, Dubai pen pal or some shit. Sorry. Yep. Well, we get back to base. And so one of the things I have to do is I have to walk through the bus and make sure that nobody dropped anything, like their ID card, a backpack,
passport, all
like
that shit. Yep.
Passport, all that stuff. Yeah. And so after I was done, I went out the side door and I said, well, sir, have a good day. And dead ass, the bus driver was like this. You too, infidel.
Oh,
and I was
fuck. Like, oh, no.
I'm gonna get off this bus because I don't feel like my comfortability like
oh,
was at like a 10.
Shit.
Now it's like at 90.
Oh my god, that kind of gave me chills, dude. I'll drink to that, but oh my god.
I go back to the bazaar and I said, hey, I'm gonna go take like a 15-minute break and collect myself. And he goes, why? I have another bus for you. I was like, no.
Not right now.
No. I just got called an infidel, and I'm really not feeling this watch right now.
Oh my god.
So I leave. I get myself a shawarma. I eat lunch. I dick around on base for like another 30 minutes.
Just make sure you don't get that buzz. I've been there, dude.
And then I just carried on with the rest of my day.
Holy shit.
And so yes, I've been called an infidel from my country, everybody.
That's fucked, dude.
Have I gotten in a fight with an Uber driver? No, but would I
got into a fight with a guy in Dubai?
A guy in Dubai. That's my one memory I will take away from Dubai.
That's funny.
I mean, aside from other things, but like really, like when it comes to interacting with the people, that's one of them that I'll take away from that.
Right.
What if...
Oh boy.
What if your pelvis becomes heavily magnetized? Hope that girl ain't got a chastity belt on.
Oh my god.
Chunk.
You want to do another what if? Because I don't really have an answer for that. Like that's one of those like, okay, what if? Like
It's a good thing that like this has double.
Oh,
steps.
okay, cool. Yeah, let's. Yo, I mean, do you
What
have
if
an
the
answer
steps-
for that real quick? Because I definitely do. Okay, let's hear yours then.
I do.
I don't.
And what if your pelvis becomes heavily magnetized? Well, it's gonna be a very sad story if I'm like around
Oh God.
MRI machines.
It's not what it looks like.
Can't keep your phone in your pocket anymore.
Oh man.
Yeah,
I never really thought about it like that. I still don't have
if
it.
I have like a magnet, if I have like a dick magnet,
I would abuse it.
right?
All right, now hear me
Yeah.
out.
Right.
Not in like a way that people are probably thinking right now. I'll be like one of those guys like, hey yo, Rat, show him what you can do. I'll be like at the bar like, all right, if you guys buy me drinks, check this shit out. Go. You know?
Right?
You know what I'm saying? That's how I would do it. Anyway, listen.
Hey everybody. No, I'd be like this. It'd be like this. Okay, if my dick was a magnet, I'd be like this. Hey guys, I can tell you which direction north is.
Oh shit. I would bet money on that. Be like $20. Bet you my dick could show you where south is. All right, let's do another one. Man, I'm going.
Okay, spin it.
Oh, spin it. All right, gotcha. Spinning. She's so. That was a good spin. Holy shit.
Nice.
Oh my god, we got another high one. 86.
86.
You never get low ones on these, man.
Right. How do you picture your funeral? Is it important for you to have people mourn your death?
I think of this all the time. I don't know if it's because I. I'm gonna drink to that. Because it's more like so. Not in a depressing standpoint, but it's more like a what if, you know, because like I do a lot of radical shit in my life. You know, I ride motorcycles,
Same.
blah, blah, blah. I do demolition derbies. You don't know. And you always have that in the back of your head. Like, what if today's the day? You know what I'm saying? And you don't want it to be the day, but like, how would I want my funeral to go down? That's why I asked my wife to buy me a journal for my motorcycle, because what I want to do is start riding around and jotting things down, more like so like not like death certificate type shit, like, oh, it's
Right.
if I die today, then blah 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 blah. More like, you know, to keep notes, and you know, she could read if anything happens on the motorcycle.
Right.
And so this always pops up in my head. So if I die, and how I want my funeral to be, you know, just a basic funeral, you know, obviously I feel like what I would definitely want is one, is Twitch announcement. Definitely, you know, as fucked up as it sounds, but like
Twitch has a no, obviously.
yeah, Twitch has to know either you're there or not. I know I'm not popular yet, but hey, Twitch, post that shit on YouTube. Not my funeral, but like, hey, you know, Rat's not gonna be a thing no more. And then like, I don't know, I just figured like a standard generic funeral, like as fucked up as it sounds. I always told my wife what I really would like is like a black casket, obviously a normal funeral thing. And then inside my funeral, inside my casket, I would like a pack of Marble Blacks, maybe a Bush Light, and then I would really love Lil Peep Star Shopping to play. I don't know why. That's kind of like a very sad song. But you know, just like generic stuff. Nothing like.
Aside from Lil Peep. Right.
Love Lil Peep. Anyway, but like, you know, just I would like that. Nothing like outrageous or anything. Just a standard, like, you come in, that's me, you see me go down.
Yeah.
That's how I would like it. I don't want to be like, yo, Rat. Oh yeah, I would love all my guys to make a statement, man. Like kind of like a best man speech. You know what I'm saying?
Oh right.
I would
yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
But that
Eulogy.
I'm a basic bitch, man.
Yeah.
And then party.
Jeez,
I would love a party afterwards. Like y'all, I'm not saying like, oh, let's go out to Dave and Buster's. I'm talking like y'all motherfuckers better rent out a place and get fucking wasted and be like, yo, Dom, That motherfucker. Absolutely.
Right. I hope that for like you, I would like the party to be where the most of the money is spent
Absolutely.
and not
It's
the
one of
actual
those things
funeral.
too, not to cut you off, but it's one of those things too. I always told my wife this. I don't want, and there's obviously going to be people there to do it.
Yeah.
I don't want no crying. I want more
Right.
memories than crying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's
know-
how most funerals should be, but like, obviously there's going to
Yeah.
be people, oh, that's my child, or oh, that's my husband. And I get it. I get it. Because I would
Yeah.
too. I would cry if that was my best friend or my wife or whatever. But with that being said, at the end of the day, I want everybody to be like, this guy right here. Like everybody's like, fuck yeah.
Right. Hell yeah. I've never really actually gone into too much detail except for like I don't have a problem with I guess my prefer would be cremation.
See, I thought of that too because I do have a fear that most people do, and that is waking up. I know that we have the technology and the science and everything, and you know, it's not like, hey, he's dead, let's bury him. No, he's just in a coma. You know.
You know what's no, but you know what's a really crazy movie? You won't like this movie. Actually, go ahead and watch this movie.
Yeah, I have a fear of that shit.
Because
you're good. You're good.
This is like such a good freaking movie. It has Liam Neeson in it.
Okay.
And Christina Ricci
as
a grown-ass woman. Remember Christina Ricci from
I know
Casper?
That and Adam's Family, bro.
Adam's Family, right? Yeah. Well, she grew up, and she looks fine.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but
yeah. Liam Neeson Mortician movie. Afterlife. Yes. So, this is totally random. So, it has Justin Long in it.
Oh my god, I just now noticed your bracelets, not change subject. That's cool. I love that.
Oh,
yeah, is that one of those like, moon bracelets or whatever it is? Yeah.
So, okay. So,
sorry, I don't mean to get off topic. I just not seen it.
So, these are bracelets from Follow.
Oh yeah.
So this has like a little elephant.
Yeah, and turtle.
This one has a little turtle on it, and they're linked to a animal that has a tracking device.
Yeah. I figured that's what that was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because they do shark ones and shit like that.
Right. So I have an elephant and a turtle.
That's cool. I'm sorry. Continue on. My bad.
So
ADHD.
Christina Ricci. You're totally fine. So Christina Ricci is dead.
Oh.
But Liam Neeson, as a mortician, is like, I speak to the dead. And you're like, okay, so this is like totally like scary movie stuff, right? Where the person who's dead has to, admit that they're dead to move on. I'm gonna leave it there.
Okay.
Because you need to go watch this movie, Afterlife.
I'll type that in.
So good. So good. 5-star review for me. I was like, we need more Christina Ricci because she is such a good actress.
She really is, though.
Yeah.
Came out in 2009.
Like, Hollywood slept on her.
Oh, this looks good.
That little child stall. Yeah, it's really good.
Oh yeah.
It's a really good film. So yeah, my grandpa's been cremated, my dad's been cremated. I want to be cremated. But what I would like for my remains is to be put into the ocean.
I would like a lot of stuff to do with my remains. If I had to choose cremation, like I would like to go out Tupac style on one of them. And that is, if you don't know that, I hate to say it in the podcast, but at least for me, they smoked him. And then the other ones, I would love to go out in the ocean, put a little bit in there. And another one, maybe I've seen it happen before, put put some a little bit in like a Harley Davidson gas tank and then ride it. You know, I've seen that. Yeah, I've seen somebody put like
That's
their dad.
wild.
I've seen somebody put their dad in like a race car, and they drag him down the drag strip for one last drag strip. So I like that's why I can't do cremation, because I would have so many recommendations to be
Like a laundry
yeah,
list.
I'd be like ocean, Harley Davidson, smoke me, fucking you know, like the whole nine
Right.
yards, dude.
Or like put you in like some roots of a tree. so you're
Yeah,
absorbed
see
into the
that would
tree
be
and things like
awesome.
that, yeah.
Actually, my wife's grandpa had that happen to him. Not cremation style, but his casket. It's a biodegradable
Oh.
casket, which I didn't know was a thing.
I've heard of
Yeah,
this.
and it will grow into a tree later.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's so cool that they have something.
That's so
like
much
that.
pressure for like someone else's body to be like, okay, you got to be a tree.
By the
now.
way, do you know how much caskets cost?
Too fucking
Dude,
much
like we're talking like 5 to
for a one-time use.
on up thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm like, that bitch better be strapped up with Louis Vuitton. I'm just saying, like
Right? Seriously, you would think. Yeah, so oh, and also little Navy joke. I would also like the sailors of the United States Navy to take care of my body whilst I'm in such a presumptuous state. Reason being is
Like
because
Viking
they
style
let me
type
down
shit?
for one last time.
like Viking style type shit, like where they send you off at a boat.
No. When they drop me off,
Yeah.
I want the sailor. I would like the Navy sailors to drop me one last time. Let me down.
See, that I don't understand, so I don't know.
Okay, so in the
I'm
Navy,
sorry.
time and time again, other sailors, you expect them to help you out, they let you down.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
Right? As far as music's concerned, please no Sarah McLachlan. Please no Sarah McLachlan. No Arms of an Angel.
Yes.
We don't need
please,
that.
no. No fucking I'm trying to think of the name.
Oh no, who is it?
Don't Stop Believing.
Oh, Foreigner.
Thank you. No Foreigner, please. I can't think of it. Yeah, we had a long list of what not to play at our wedding because we're like, yeah, we're not doing this Journey, fucking Foreigner, and all that shit.
Right.
Yeah. Never have I ever.
Never have I ever kept a parent. Oh, I'm sorry. Can't read. Never have I ever kept a partner's item of clothing so I could sniff it.
Yeah, 100%.
But you've never like kept like a hoodie?
Nah.
I'm weird then. Okay, so I have definitely deboed like a hoodie or like. Okay, for example, the only article of clothing that like stays over when the boyfriend unit's over
Yeah.
here is like a green like light coat.
I hate to say this, but as a and I hate to say the difference here, but hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. I feel like that's more of like a woman's thing, like, oh, I want to smell my man, and then for your sake, like, oh, I want to smell. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm trying to drink to that.
Reminds me of last Wednesday or this
But-
Wednesday.
For your sake, I totally get it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Me personally.
Oh, by the way, he has a shirt of mine. By the way.
Oh, that motherfucker. I hope he watches this because I'll say that. But no. So like for that sake, I totally get it because like don't get me wrong, like I even text my wife all the time about this. Like there's some mornings she wakes up and she even says the same about me. She like lets off this like pheromone. I don't know what it is, but I just love the smell of it. And she says the same thing about me. And I'm like, bitch, I haven't showered in like 10 days. Like, what do you mean? Not really, but you know what I'm saying? So I understand where that's coming from, but in my standpoint of view, I could say I've never done it because I like, don't get me wrong, there's some women I have dated / or even with my wife where it's like, don't get me wrong, I smell the perfume and everything, but I want to say I would go as far to extent of I would own some, or not own, but steal a shirt or a hoodie or something.
Mhm.
But she does it to me all the time. So
Right. So here's some science, because I saw this like years ago, and I thought this was so freaking cool. When you said there's like something that like smells really
Yeah.
good, or like familiar, if you will.
right.
Okay. So scientists had couples, both two males, two females, male and female, whatever the difference is, all variations of couples, and they had them wear their t-shirts for 10 days straight.
Oh, okay.
Get all the juices in there,
Right.
right? And then what they did was they took those shirts, plastic bagged them, and of course the scientists knew like what bags had what shirts in
Right.
them. And they were all different because, well, they were all the same because they were all white shirts. And then the idea was they swapped around.
And they figure it out
shirts.
type stuff.
And it was like this. Open up the it was like a Ziploc bag with like the shirt
Yeah.
inside. And you would, the person, like your partner who wasn't wearing the shirt, would open up the Ziploc bag, sniff the Ziploc bag with the t-shirt
Right.
in it, and say, "Does that smell like
Your dude, or
pumpkin
yeah.
scent?" You know what I
Right.
mean? And actually, most couples nail it.
Really?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Right? So weird. So weird, but it's also really freaking cool that we have that.
Oh
ability.
yeah, it's low key a superpower,
Humans?
dude. It's one of those things where like I've went into the deep like abyss of like, do we have superpowers type stuff, and it's like little things like that. I'm like, holy shit.
Oh, like what?
Oh yeah, well I don't know right off the top of my head because I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little buzzed right now. But it's more like
Oh, no,
just
fine.
for
Me
example
too.
of like what you just said there. It's like I would never notice that, but that's low key a superpower. You know, and it's like wow.
Oh, like when parents do like the Spider-Man thing,
Yeah, yeah.
protecting the
Yeah,
kids or
yeah,
whatever.
like they have that quick time reaction, but like any other day, nah. Yep.
No.
Yeah, it's a superpower. Seriously.
Okay. What if you're surfing and notice a shark behind you?
I'll cry.
What shouldn't you do?
Oh, okay, never mind. I answer that one.
Don't cry.
I'll be happy. Depending on what shark it is, honestly, I'd be cool with it. But if we're talking like bull shark, great
don't-
white shark, yeah,
I don't know. A shark's a shark's a shark,
you're right.
right? I've seen that Blake Lively
Bro,
movie where she's
let
like,
me tell you my first time in the ocean, which was 2020. And that's all I could think about. Like I was so my dream was always see the ocean. Right? I always wanted to see the ocean. And I finally went out there, and oh my god, I even like went to the extent, I know this is I know a lot of people are like, why? You remember the whole masochist thing I just talked about at the beginning of the episode? I was like, is it true that this shit is really salt water? And I actually drank it. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And yeah, no, that's all I could think about, because the ocean, you know, I'm so used to like seeing the islands like Bora Bora and all that shit, like pretty salt water. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And no, I got there and the shit was
Crystal
like
blue
brown
sea,
and
you know?
everything. And I was so scared. Like I got in there and I was like, yeah, I'm in the ocean. And then I was like, I can't see shit. Like what's right here right now? And I remember every single time we before we head out to the beach, we had to look at the flags, and depending on the flags would tell us, all right, either high tidal waves, dangerous waves, sharks in the area. And one time there was sharks in the area one time, so we couldn't go out. But yeah, like you said, jellies and all that shit, blah 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 blah, so on and so forth. But yeah, and it was one of those things, like I'm so used to seeing like internet ocean, aka like, oh, I'm in this island and look how pretty and blue it was. Yeah, and like little baby sharks swimming right beside me. And nah, like I jumped in this thing, I was like, hell yeah, wait a minute. You know, and my number one thing, I couldn't step on the sand. It freaked me out because I was scared to step on something, you know.
Oh, underneath.
Yeah, Yeah, so like as soon as I like hit the sand, I'll like try a doggy paddle. I'm like sitting here like this, and then until I could like because I have this weird fear of like because I can't see shit. So yeah, that's my thing. Back to the what if though or whatever it was. I always wanted
You're surfing and knows the
I
shark
always
behind
wanted to
you.
go surfing. It depends what kind of shark we're talking about, and like you said, sharks are honestly a shark. So what shouldn't I do is get off the surfboard and swim with the shark.
You're surfing and notice a shark behind you. I would try. Hope. Okay. Assuming that when I'm surfing, that either A means I just paddled out there and I haven't gotten a wave yet, or B, I'm on a wave and I'm riding back into
Yeah,
shore, right? So, A, if I'm just paddled out there, that means I need to just
that was another fear of
get
mine.
my feet.
Was I got told
What was
that
that?
like sometimes the waves could like just take you and keep on pushing you back.
Oh,
Oh my god. So yeah, I would like stay near the and a couple of times I actually felt it and I was like, holy shit, like I was losing pressure because I was like paddling so hard because I was like, holy shit, dude, like it does. It's
yeah.
scary.
So, PSA out there for everybody. And if you get, it's called a riptide.
Right.
When you get caught into a riptide, essentially what happens is water on both sides are pushing up against the shoreline, and then it recedes in the middle. And if you're stuck in that zone where it's going back out, you can swim all you want, you'll just tire yourself out. And there's so many people who die, children, teens,
Yep.
young adults, older adults, who don't know that if you're in this situation and you're swimming,
That's what I was doing.
swimming,
Yeah.
and you're not getting anywhere, you need to change directions and don't
Really?
go backwards. Go sideways.
See, that's so weird that he's saying that to me because that was just instinct. Mind you, I never been in near the ocean.
Right.
So like I was just kind of like, oh shit. And it wasn't like
Yeah.
heavy tides, you know,
Right.
obviously, but it was still like kind of pushing me back. And so it's kind of weird that that's instinct and I'm nowhere near an ocean. So that's kind of cool that you just told me that.
Yeah.
I'll
So
get
next
that in
time,
account.
if you happen to
Totally.
be in that situation, or for anybody out there who's listening, if you get in a riptide, don't go for don't go towards the land. Go across
Cross it.
it. And here's why. So once again, the water is going to the ocean, or from the ocean to the shore, and then it cups in and goes back out into the middle, right?
Real
So
quick,
as that's
I gotta
happening,
tell you this because I just got chat. This guy said Johnny Sins is so positive energy. I'm sorry, dude.
so positive.
You know who Johnny Sins is, right?
No.
That's a porn star, brother. Now that he says that, so Johnny Sins is bald and he has your goatee. And you know what? I'll pop up a picture.
Don't worry. I'll Google search this.
Yeah, you got it. I love
I don't know
that.
who this guy is.
I love it though because Johnny Sins is dope as fuck. Like if you ever like, I watch interviews and shit with him, dude. He's actually cool as shit.
It's my face when I just saw it. When I just. Oh no.
Continue. He said, "Continue." Don't mind me, y'all. Yo, what's going on? 152. Thank you for the
46.
first time chatter in here. We're vibing. We're drinking.
46.
He's 46.
He's 46 years old.
Oh my
and he's a
god.
Capricorn.
Anyway, we're drinking and we're celebrating.
Movies such
our
as
1 year
10 Man Come
podcast.
Slam 18.
Oh
Oh
my
my
God.
god, stop.
Said, oh my god. No, that's great. I love that. No, we're celebrating our 1 year anniversary on our podcast, and we're drinking and doing spin the
Playing some
wheel,
card games.
playing some card games and everything. Nah, I lied at that birthday thingy. I'm actually young, bruh. No, you're cool.
All right, spin that wheel, Dom.
Spin the wheel. All right, we're gonna spin the wheel. But yeah, we're just having fun. We're celebrating. Thank you for the first time chatter. I love that though.
Yeah.
Sorry about that shot. 62. We're kind of getting lower now.
62.
Kind of getting lower.
If you walked out of your house one morning and saw a bird with a broken wing huddled in some nearby bushes, what would you do?
Ah,
I would just keep on walking by. I wouldn't
yeah.
help it.
Yeah,
Here's
yeah,
why.
there's really nothing you can do in that situation unless you call like animal control. But where I'm from, we don't have anything for like quote unquote
Animal. Yeah,
exotics, which that would be
yeah,
considered an exotic technically.
yeah.
So yeah, yeah, even he said leave it alone.
Yeah, like I would too. Actually, I have a tree in the front yard that
Oh,
is like constantly always being homed by pigeons
yep.
or other birds. And yeah, we've had babies fall out.
Oh yeah.
It's the way nature goes, man. There's
Also,
nope.
152 that you're commenting on this podcast and everything. Yeah, we're you're more than welcome to answer along the questions and everything as well.
Mm-hmm.
As we say all the time, and then in our next podcast, if you are liking this and everything, also go check out Sean's page as well. He's live as well, Sean Graves.
I'd appreciate it.
And yeah, we take how can I say it?
Suggestions.
Yeah, thank you. We take suggestions on what to do for our next podcast and everything as well. So thank you for the follow, by the way. Yeah, there's an
Thank you,
interactive
dude.
tag. Hell yeah. Thank you for the follow. Anyway, let's do Never Have I Ever.
All right. Never have I ever.
That was an easy fucking.
Yeah, that was kind
Yeah.
of easy. Never have I ever dumped someone and hooked up with another person in the same day.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
100 fucking 10%.
Yeah. 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 It was called a divorce.
Oh shit. Yo, yours is deeper. I was talking about my horror phase in like high school.
Oh,
Oh my god.
talk about the
152. What
real
about
over
you?
here.
Yeah. This- I'm drinking to that. Fuck. That's great.
Ugh.
That's
No, as soon as we served as the
I mean, I hate to say it,
freaking
but that's kind of
shit.
like expected because you're kind of like, I feel like you're in that mindset already. So you're kind of like,
Listen, she was already out the door
yeah,
anyway, and then she was just playing possum.
right.
She was playing possum to divorce anyway. So by the time I served the papers, I was like, we're already living our separate
Oh,
lives. So
you
what the hell
served
are
the
we doing?
papers.
Yeah.
Holy shit, you never
Ah,
told me
so
that.
here's the thing. Here's the thing, dude. So in America, the perception is, thanks to television, that usually the man gets served with
Right.
divorce paperwork, and it's the woman that usually leaves. There's actually more men leaving divorces than women.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. There are so many more men who leave divorce, like leave marriages because it's just not working for them, and they're like, I would rather just cut it, go our separate ways.
Damn.
Tried this thing and it didn't work out for us.
Yeah.
The problem is that for popular television, everyone loves
To see.
a woman
Yeah.
that is being. And it's not that their truth isn't truth. What I'm saying is that a man going through it, perception-wise, in America, is a hell of a lot more different than a woman going through it.
I could see that. Yeah.
And pop television, from like Divorce Court, The People's Court, Judge Judy, whatever, name one,
Right.
doesn't make it easy. So the perception of me serving papers. is
Yeah,
like,
you never
so you're
told me
just
that.
walking-
That's
you're
crazy.
just walking off on your wife. You're just leaving your wife high and dry. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, dude. Like, Judge, we're good. We're living actually our own best lives, and this is just the paperwork to
Right.
carry it on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know if you have it where you're at, but we have a thing called a dissolution as well, where you kind of, yeah. So same thing. Okay.
It's the same thing, but like disillusions are kind of iffy, and it depends on your state. And here's why. Some states, when you get initially married, you have like a 30-day, 60-day grace period
Yeah.
to disillusion, and it doesn't mean anything. It like doesn't cost
Oh.
anything. You just disillusion. But once
Okay.
you're past that 60, 90-day
Whatever it is.
threshold,
Yeah.
whatever it is, then you're married.
Oh.
Divorce.
Oh yeah. No, here it's you can either get divorced or dissolution where I'm from. So
Oh,
yeah.
okay. And like some
If
states
it's a
like Nevada is like that.
dissolution, it's like, you go your separate ways, you claim whatever, and then if it's a divorce, then we gotta,
Do the money,
yeah.
all the things, yeah. And Nevada is very different too because you could literally in one night get married to someone at from a casino with Elvis helping you out,
Yeah,
and then like the next morning wake up and go, ah!
that's
And then like
crazy.
get it annulled and
That's
land a fake
crazy.
man, right? So yeah, I've done that.
Yeah. Nah,
Yeah,
100%.
I swiped right like a motherfucker. I was like, swipe, 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 swipe. My thumb could not move any faster.
Jesus Christ, dude. Next
Um,
thing.
Never have I ever.
Yes, sir.
Didn't we just
No,
do never have I ever?
no, it's a what if. Yeah, what if?
What ifs now? Oh yeah. Dude, you're on it with those links.
Absolutely.
What if you cry over spilt milk in your crowded
God,
work
no.
cafeteria?
I'm going to say no right off the bat. I don't like milk. No matter what form, shape, whatever. I hate milk. So, no, I would not. That's an easy what if for me. What about you?
I've actually been grounded over spilt milk.
What the fuck? I was that nuisance in the store who saw those funny YouTube videos of people slipping on milk and throwing it up in the air and just slamming it on the ground. Yeah, I was that guy. I did that before. I didn't even film it for YouTube, but yeah, I did it.
I didn't even have YouTube.
I forgot about our differences.
Right. So, childhood memory. Mom's broke, and my sister is the breadwinner in this household. And she spent like hundreds of dollars on food, right?
Right.
And what had happened was there was so much food on the kitchen table that on one side of the kitchen table was the milk jug, and it fell and it exploded all over the kitchen floor.
Oh no.
So like half the milk spilled. So like yeah, I'm cleaning it up and things like that, but like I was still grounded for like 3 months because of it. All because of an accident.
That's crazy.
I still remember that to this. I have barely been grounded. Like you would think with all the bullshit that I've done.
I've never been grounded, but it was just more like my parents just knew how of a wild child I was, and it was more
Right.
like when they told me no, I'm like, why? And I'm gonna do it because you're keeping me away from it for something. And it's
Right.
like if I got caught, then
Right. And like I got caught and I got grounded, right? And like my dad tried, emphasis on tried grounding me, and that lasted like barely even a day because within that week he already lost.
Right.
You know? So yeah, like my mom and my sister, well, you know, because they were the adults, 3 months grounded, and it was all over spilled milk. So spilled milk actually does mean something to me over here. What wouldn't I do? I wouldn't do it in public. That's for damn sure.
Oh, well, fuck me then.
Real? No. Especially at the work, in a crowded work cafeteria.
I went ahead and spin the wheel. I have two good ones because I just spend it and spend it again just for shits and giggles. So the first one,
Is it lucky number 69?
it is 69. Yes, it is. Anyway, the first one was 72 though. So whichever one you think is better. So either 69 or 72. I'll let you pick. Whichever one you think is better.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay, let me flip over to the other one.
All right. Oh no.
That one sucks.
All right,
Okay.
let's do it. Wait, which one are we doing? Just so we know.
72.
Okay, cool.
If you could have free, unlimited service for 5 years
Okay.
from an extremely good cook, chauffeur, housekeeper, masseuse, or personal secretary, which would you choose?
Which wouldn't I choose?
Which would you choose?
Oh, which would? Oh, can you repeat that for me real quick?
An extremely good chef,
Okay.
chauffeur, housekeeper, masseuse, personal secretary.
Oh man. Honestly, wow, that is a damn good one. Okay, and honestly, chef.
Really?
Just because, now hear me out. Just because if I ain't gotta pay for the meal, that's free. That's free food for 5 years, and it's like top tier A1
True.
food.
So
Because and
free unlimited service
yeah.
for 5 years of an extremely good chef.
So I would say chef just because I drive to work still. I don't need a chauffeur for that shit. I don't go. I'm in a small town. I don't need a chauffeur. Be like, oh, look at me. So I'm in a small town.
Housekeeper.
Housekeeper, chef because food tastes good. That's what he even says too. Hell yeah, that's right. So housekeeper, I mean, that would be a good one, but like I'm in a small house. So like if I lived in like a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, maybe I would, especially with kids, maybe. But it's just me and my wife, and we have a 2-bed, 1-bath right now. So yeah, no, I don't really need a. So that one would be a good one. But and then same thing with the masseuse. I could go out and get a massage right now. Like my local massage person right now is like $40, and they do a damn good job for that cheap. I gotta say that. Yeah, they do a damn good job. So like I would say chef, free food, and it's fucking awesome, and it'd be variety. I feel like one day you can have sushi, and the next day you can have like steak, the next day you can have cheeseburgers, the next day you can have like ribs. Oh yeah, that would save me a lot.
To the personal secretary, but like I can do that part too.
Yeah, absolutely.
My job is secretary.
Don't get me wrong, especially in the summertime where I live at, I'm one hell of a cook on a fryer, or not fryer. I meant on a grill. But if I could have a paid chef, oh yeah, bud.
I wish I was a lot better at grilling.
Really?
But I'm
a lot better on grilling than I am on like a stovetop. I feel like that's all guys.
Well,
most guys. My bad. My bad.
Right.
My bad.
And I mean, yeah, I would say like in my bachelorhood, I've just had to learn how to survive.
How about this? All right, my bad. Baking? No. I can't bake.
Oh, no. I'm not a baker.
Okay, so you're not a baker. So you're more stovetop then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So grilling is easier, you said? Hell yeah.
For grilling, like, I put me...
Bacon needs high IQ. I'll drink to that.
Oh, and not only just that, but baking, like, seriously, baking... You have to be so specific with ingredients.
2 teaspoons of this, 1 teaspoon of that, 4 cups of this.
Yeah, don't eyeball it. Cooking, on the other hand,
believe it or not, that's all I do, and my wife lets me do everything because I just eyeball shit, and I have my hands are dangerous. Because let me tell you what, I eyeball shit all the time, and it just comes out.
Yeah,
my mom wanted me to go to school for culinary arts, and I was like, I just don't want to work because at the time I was working fast food, I was flipping burgers. I didn't want to go to school for that, so.
Yeah. I have never worked at a restaurant or someplace of food service, but I do have a mad respect for them because doing something that you can do at home and you just enjoy it, and then taking that out to the world where you have like stricter, like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's a lot stricter, like.
Oh my god, yeah, because you gotta remember when, I hate to say it like this, but when it comes to like you're throwing a little party and you undercook something, that's one thing. But if you undercook chicken at a restaurant, dude, that's a write-up. That could be a fire even.
Yeah.
And I believe mentioned it on our podcast, but like I got hired in at a Japanese steakhouse, and I was the only one that speak English, and that was intense shit, dude. Like I ended up quitting in 2 weeks. Like I said, I believe I mentioned this in our podcast.
I think so.
Yeah, I believe I did, because it's a funny fucking story. But
yeah, no, I do.
yeah. So, but anyway, but yeah, no, that was intense as fuck, dude. Like, because let me tell you why I hate to say it like this, and but this is the best way to say it. American cooking and Asian cooking is two different cultures, man.
Of course.
And holy shit, I cannot keep up, because like, dude, I was working with an 80-year-old chef, and that motherfucker was just like, ba 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 ba, and then like going over here, ba 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 ba, and I couldn't keep up. And they even told me, oh no, you're doing good. I was like, dude, I could just throw something in the microwave. Like, that's the only thing I could do. Greasy food versus fishy food, be like, yeah, seriously.
Yeah, and not only just that, but like, I'm not the quickest at chopping food. I'm not the quickest.
And motherfuckers could be like, like, oh my god, dude. I'd be like, and my finger.
Right. And now we got blood all over the place, and now that's a right.
Adds flavor. Adds flavor. Kidding me?
Pennies.
Yeah, you would never taste anything like Ratatrophic.
Full toxicity. Do you want to know what number 69 was?
Absolutely. Let's hear it.
If a friend were almost always late, would you resent it or simply allow it? Can you be counted on to be on time?
No, absolutely not, because I even tell my buddies this at work and everything else. I'm not higher up or anything, but I say this all the time. When we're out of work, I'm your best friend. I will go there, and people know this even all the time. I actually had this talk just this previous week with my buddy, because he's actually my manager, and we hang out even after work, and he even tells me all the time, hey dude, I gotta be a boss today, so this is what you're doing wrong. So I'm the same way. When we're at a workplace, work is work, and I don't care if you don't like me at work. At the end of the day, this is what's expected. I'm a very responsible man. But outside of work, if you want to crack open some cold ones, go on a bike ride or something, you know, that's one thing. You know, chill. I'll even cook some food, whatever, or vice versa. Order some pizza. But when it comes to work, yeah, no, if I gotta be your boss, I'll be your boss, dude. I ain't gonna.
Yeah, I was raised on being punctual, but like, and I know plenty of people who are really good at being punctual, but just like what 152 said,
yeah, I was gonna say,
allow it.
Yeah.
He too comes from a culture that isn't really strict about time.
Really?
Yeah, there are cultures that aren't really strict about being on time. Point in case.
See what he said though. I'm gonna follow up with this. He said the question said friend, not employee. But this is how this is just me. You could be my friend, but if we're on the clock, you're my employee, bro. I'm sorry. If I gotta do what I gotta do, I gotta do what I gotta do. And that's just how I work. I don't know about you guys or even you, Sean, but that's just me. After work, we could crack open some cold ones. If you have something to discuss about with me, that's cool. But I'm just saying, if we're on the clock, dude, and it is what it is, I'm gonna be your boss. I have to.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Because just like at my job, which I'm not going to disclose or anything, at my job, they don't hire family members. So me being employed there, yeah, no family member could be employed there because, for example, obviously, what's it called? Like,
conflict of interest.
Thank you. Conflict of interest, or if a family member dies, you know, then like 5 people are out because all the family members work there. At the end of the day, dude, I'm your boss. Like, I guess shit happens, but like, that's just me. That's just how I operate. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm old school.
No, you're not wrong. And unfortunately for like myself, even like when I was in the military, the biggest contradiction is be on time,
Yeah.
but also be on time so that way you're not stuck in traffic because of the gate
Yeah.
guards. So even to this day, being a civilian, a 30-minute trip turns into 45 minutes waiting in line
Yeah.
because people have to look at an ID card
Oh my
and
God.
they're understaffed.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I was just like, and I'm like texting like my coworker going like, "Hey, I would call in, but like I'm on my way and they already know people are running late. I'm just another phone call, but like
Oh,
just know."
what I meant to say is also seniority. That's what I meant to throw in there. So just because you're my
Yeah.
friend, if I'm your manager and your seniority's right here, but you have 5 other people here, I'm sorry, dude, but if they all show up and you're calling in or you're arriving late, dude, like just because you're my best friend doesn't mean your seniority's right here with me. That's just me. I'm sorry, dude. I when it comes to work, time is money.
Yeah. Oh, question.
Yeah.
Super like adjacent. Have you ever worked for a boss that was like you got time to lean, you got time to
Yeah, my boss right now, my supervisor.
It's the fucking worst.
That discipline standards, yeah. No, he's laid back now, but when he first, so he was one of those people where he was our manager that became supervisor, and we all knew it. And it was one of those things where it was like we knew it was gonna go to his head. And so his first like year of becoming supervisor, that's what he would always say to us all the time over the radio. Hey, you got time to lean, you got time to clean. And we get pissed. And finally he caught on, like, you keep fucking saying that to us, dude. Like, I'll clock out right now. I'll just go home. Yeah. I'll take a point. I don't give a fuck. Like, don't you disrespect me like that, because this yesterday we were laughing. You know, so he finally caught on to that. Now he's a much better supervisor. I respect him now. We used to be on different wavelengths, but now we're right here. Great supervisor now. Great supervisor. That's awesome. Yeah. But 2 years ago, fuck him.
I've worked with LPOs that have like said that before.
Uh-huh.
And I like dead ass looked at them. I was like this.
Bro, I'm not afraid to admit it. I worked at Wendy's, and even at Wendy's, they would say that. If you got time to leave, yeah, Wendy's, bro.
Wendy's, no.
Yeah.
Never have I ever woken other people up because I was having sex too loud. I'm laughing because you're laughing.
I can't confirm that. That's why I'm laughing.
But you ain't denying.
He said, what the fuck? Nah, I'm a virgin, bro. 125. You're in the wrong podcast, dude. I can't confirm that, so I'll drink to that, but I can't confirm it. I'm gonna say yeah. I can't confirm it though.
By people, are we talking about the dog and the cat? Because my roommate moved out, so now like.
Whoa, that was my old name, homie. Hold up. 152. Before you knew me as Ratatrophic, I used to be called D-Dog Cat 36. I would say physical people, not animals, because there's been times where
I don't.
I can't confirm it, but I'm just gonna say yes because I've been places. Either my parents' house or whatever. I can't confirm it.
I can't either. No one's ever.
Yeah. It's one of those things. Like even after at a party, it wasn't like, "Hey, yo, bro, like nice job." It wasn't like that.
Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
No.
Never mind.
No. So
you have.
This is like super young. Okay, super young me. Okay, I was like 18. Dad just passed away, and I'm still a college student. And so every weekend I would go over to my friend Travis's house, and it was like a whole bachelor pad. It was this guy named Curtis, another guy named Chris, and then like Travis. And it was like the Curtis had his like own suite.
Oh
The other
shit.
two shared a bathroom in between, and then there was a kitchen area, and then like a living room where we all played like Guitar Hero or something on the Wii or something like that,
Right.
right? And I noticed after, okay, so see, this party was so lit. It might have been like three parties all, but like in my head, all three parties happened together at the same time.
Right.
So it was over in Travis's room. We were hanging out listening to music, and I think we were listening to like Alicena or something like that, right? And this guy goes, "Hey, open your hand." I was like, "Yeah, sure, okay." And he puts a little egg in my hand, and I was like, "Oh, thank you, buddy." So, um, I took like half of it, and then I saw the cat, and I was like, "Hey, Mufasa." That's the name of the cat, by the
Right.
way. And I picked him up, and I was like, "Open up!" And I popped the cat another half of X for all I know, right? Or Molly. And so I was like, okay, I'll see you like in 5 or 10 minutes. Well, I'm on the couch watching people Guitar Hero the fuck up, and I am just off to outer space. And so I go back into the kitchen, and the cat's doing that thing where they like do that thing with like their mouth at the corner of like the thing. So I see Mufasa doing this, and I was like, hey, buddy, are you like good? This is why I think it's happening. Who knows what sober people were seeing me doing? So I pet the cat, and the cat just keels over and just wants nothing but belly rub. So I'm like, oh my gosh, you're levitating too, buddy. Don't worry, I got you. It's gonna be the greatest high ever, cat. So me and Mufasa are levitating. And then Curtis and one of his like weekend girls go into the bedroom. This reverts back to the last question. To the current question about woken other people up because of having sex too loud. You could hear them through the wall, and I was just like, I know how to end this. So I opened the door and I said, "Finish her." And she goes, "What the fuck?" And then I like slammed the door. He's like, "What the hell?" And I was like, really? In a whole room full of like other grown ass men and women, and this like we're all listening to music and things. Like no one heard.
Damn.
So
Yeah.
anyway, what if?
Ooh.
No matter what you try, you can't remove the paper jam from the office printer.
I don't know if it's because I'm buzzed. I did not understand a fucking word that meant. What?
What if, no matter what you try, you can't remove the paper jam from the office printer?
If you have an answer for that, go ahead and answer it. Even Du said, "Is that even a question?" If you want, I'm ready to draw another one because that made no sense to me. Do you have a thing for that? I mean, if so, I want to hear it. But
Yeah, I've always just like walked away.
oh, okay. So if the thing jammed, what would you do, kind of thing?
Right.
Oh yeah, then
What-
yeah. Let's roll another one because yeah, I would walk
Okay.
away. I'm on it.
I would just like make it someone else's.
Is that I would break the
like,
printer and try
oh,
to
no.
repair it. That's funny. Yeah, let's do a mulligan. That's what I was trying to think. Let's do a mulligan on
Okay.
that.
Oh no. What if you realize the canned meat you are eating is human flesh?
Okay, this is a touchy topic.
What if?
How good does it?
What shouldn't you do?
What shouldn't I do?
Yeah.
Well, obviously not eat it, but hear me out.
Like continue
Yeah.
on, go like, well, I'm committed.
Yeah, well, yeah. Like if we're talking like if this was a good like Salisbury steak, great season.
The man's last name was Salisbury.
Oh no. I would try to look for my name on a can, you know. Like one of those, like a Coke bottle, you know, and try to look for anyway.
Ratatrophic.
I
Ratatrophic would be an awesome beer, by the way.
Dude, no, me and J Rod, we live stream all the time together, you know? And we talk about making beer together because his dad has his own beer out. And we were like, dude, what if we make our own beer and we call it Rat Rod? Right? You hear me out? Don't you fucking copyright that shit. Now that's my beer.
Hashtag copyrighted, hashtag DM, hashtag.
I don't know, man. I'll be honest with you. As fucked up as it sounds, depending on what situation I am, depending on how it tasted, I might be down. But if we're talking like, if I taste it as like raw flesh, like no, I'm good. But
we're talking like the Donner Party situation,
right? But if we're talking like a nice Texas Roadhouse like type, like style type shit, how can you turn that down? I mean, some A1 sauce. I don't know, bro. I imagine human flesh would taste like steak. I don't know.
This is what I imagine. I imagine human flesh would taste like pork.
Yeah, see, I can't get behind that.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. I like pork. Saying. I like pork, but like to extent. Yeah. You know.
Right. Yeah, me neither. Like, I actually, in my adulthood, like, I have, as much as like in my childhood, I remember eating like pork cutlets or like, you know, slabs of pork, you know, or like the round or anything like that, right? Like this for the holiday season or something like that.
My thing would be like, am I deep in it? Like, am I like, damn, this is good? Then I turn the can, I'm like, wait a minute. Because if we're talking that style, then it tastes like pork. I will finish the can left, not gonna lie. Homeboy's in. Right. So yeah, no, it depends what situation I'm in. Like if I like went to my cupboard, look at it, and was like, dude, then that's one thing. Right. But if I'm like, damn, like what is this? And then I turn it, I'm like, you know, I might continue. Especially if we're in like a Fallout type style.
You're all like seasoned,
right?
And like a little bit of oregano.
Yeah, like for all I know, it might be like beef stew. Like,
we're not.
Hello. Spin the wheel time.
Yeah, spin the wheel.
Spinning the wheel. Come on, give us a low number this time. Oh no, actually, we got a really high number, which I'll take. 130. I'll take a one. Yeah, we've been in like the 50 to 80 range. Now we're in a 130.
Oh, this is a long one already.
Hit it on me.
I just broke the book in half.
Oh. The things that you see on podcasts.
All I did was like go like this to open it and it went pop, and I was like, oh,
this must be a toasty one then.
I don't know my own strength, guys. I have big hands. While out one day, you are oh god, I have to read while drunk.
You want to do another one?
Okay. No, you're fine. Oh, he's gonna be in Hanford tomorrow, but I have to run by Visalia tomorrow right after, so no lunchtime. Sorry. Oh, no problems, dude. While out one day, you are surprised to see your mother holding hands with someone who is clearly her lover. She notices you, runs over, and begs you to not say anything to your father. How would you respond? What would you do if your father later told you that he was going crazy because he kept thinking your mother was having an affair, yet knew it was just his imagination?
We mentioned this in our very first podcast, at least on my part.
Introduction.
Our introduction. It's actually flip-flop for me because this actually has happened. I'm not going to go into too much detail with it. If you guys want to know, check out our podcast on the evilhourpodcast.com. But with that being said, it's been flip-flop with me. Me growing up as a fucked up childhood as I have, I was just taught to, you do you, boo, and I can't say anything. So 152 said he would snitch. Me personally, again, 152. I will link our podcast right now in the thing. Go check it out if you want to hear about. Oh, you got it? All right, sweet. Go check it out. But with that being said, I got told you just keep your mouth shut. So I'm just gonna
Oh.
leave it as that. Yeah, so I couldn't say anything because instead of mom doing it, it was dad doing it. So thank you for
Yeah.
that, Sean. So yeah, no, yeah, yeah, no, I couldn't say anything, and not only that, I wasn't allowed to say anything, so I was a silent
Wow.
sneaker. Yeah, even though mom knew, but yeah.
Damn.
As for you though,
Um, I this goes to me being like the in my soul, I love being like no, I don't love being, but like everything like that weird tingly feeling inside my body goes, this is not justifiable.
right,
So like I can't keep this.
right,
You know, I can't be accessory to this situation.
right.
You know? I'm just not a person like okay, hold on. If we like doing some like ratchet shit, I'm all about being an
Oh
accessory.
yeah,
Especially like if it's something
absolutely.
like, for example, like
Yeah, I'm
maybe
one of
like a
those
bunch of
people. Like, if you're my homie and we're like really, really
yeah,
close, you know what I'm saying? Is that what you're kind of
right,
saying? And
yeah,
yeah,
right.
yeah. If we're
That's
like,
one thing.
if you're like dissing me and shit, and we never had like any like connection there, then you could go
Hmm.
fuck yourself, bro. I'll tell you, bitch. Like,
And like where I think like my dad and I would differ is that like he's like family is family and you don't fuck over family. And I'm like, no, sometimes you just gotta like let some family go because they are just on their own like thing, their own travels, and I don't want to be wrapped up into that. You know? Like I don't have
right?
dreams and
Yep,
aspirations to be
absolutely.
taken out by my own or to be an accessory to my own family doing stupid things that even I myself know I would not want to be a part of. So, you know,
Also,
I would tell the other parent.
real quick to 152, he says South Park theme in 2025 is crazy. I just told him. So just earlier
Oh.
before you joined in, me and Sean was making a joke about South Park because I was saying hot, 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 hot. Anyway, next thing. Did you?
Yeah.
I don't know what time did you gotta get out here, but did you want to do one more go round after all
Yeah, let's go
this?
one more go
All
round.
right, cool. Because I'm already
Alright.
halfway down on my sixth beer, so.
I had to start off on another glass.
Hell yeah.
Never have I ever hit on someone at a funeral.
Like hit or like hit on?
Hit on.
Yeah, no. I've been to I to be fair, in my life I only been to like 4 funerals, so like no.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so prior life Sean.
Not Junk W. Oh shit. We got lore here. What's going on here? Oh wait, is this we have a what if after this real quick, right? Okay, yeah. So after this one, then we do one more go around.
Yep.
All right, cool. All right.
So before I joined the military, I was a home health aide, a certified nursing assistant.
Oh
And
shit.
so when one of my VA clients passed away, the company would be like, "Hey, go attend a funeral since you know them or you knew of them, you could go attend their funeral." So I was like, "Yeah, sure, no worries." So I don't really know the family like that, and I also don't know like the cousins or like, you know, extended family of these people, right?
Right.
But like I would show up, I'd say hi to the widower or the widow, and I would give my condolences. I would hang back and chill. I'd have like a couple hors d'oeuvres, you know, things like that. But then at the party, oh yeah, I was like, "Hey girl, how you doing?"
That's awesome.
You know what I mean? Or I'd be like, "Hey dude, how you doing?
That's
What part of Oklahoma do you live?" You know what I mean?
Where you from?
Yeah. Like, "Hey man, have you been to a wrecking bar before?" Or some stupid shit like that. So yeah, like I've, you know, it was
Yeah,
a
you're
different
kind.
Sean. It was a
Yeah, oh
different
yeah.
Sean
Oh
energy
yeah.
back then.
Oh yeah. I love that. I love that.
Same with like, okay, I think I mentioned this in the first episode, but if I didn't, I accidentally hit on my grandmother's sister's daughter's cousin.
I think you said that. Yeah.
I didn't even know she was family. I didn't even know she was family.
That's
Like,
crazy.
because there were friends and family at the wedding, and who would have known? So, oh, speaking of South Park, what if your genitals enlarged by 500% overnight?
Oh my God.
Remember the
Buffalo
microwave episode?
Soldier. Yeah, that's what I would do. I'd be like, try and go into the weed shop, like, get your chicken. I would take it. He said I would. That's great.
Right?
Is that the what if? Is that seriously the
That
what
was the
if?
what if?
Honestly, I hate to say it. I would love to see how it would. I don't know
Dude,
if I
it
should
kind of
say
reminds me
this.
of Van Wilder with the English bulldog.
Okay, yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
remember?
yeah. I know what you're talking
Wait,
about.
was it you? No, wait, who was it? I feel like there was someone I was talking about this with, and so like the scene is that like they this bulldog has huge nuts, right?
Right.
And so they make it release itself, and they then insert this
That's what I was gonna say. Is like I hate to say it,
stuff
but with that kind of
into-
thing, the first thing I would try to do is like see what it's.
Dude, it would be like Scary
Dude.
Movie where it's like
Oh shit! There's spooky ghosts, ectoplasma everywhere.
ectoplasma everywhere.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So,
As we're talking about South Park, that's funny.
he's filled the donuts up with this dog's
Yeah, stuff.
stuff. And so then these frat boys are like, oh yeah.
Oh no.
These donuts are awesome, man. And then like you hear another guy go, oh yeah, I think I know this flavor. I'm like trying to not choke on this. It's like, oh, okay. So anyway, I looked up, and it's actually a
That's cursed.
What was it? What was it called? I was like, is it a salt? No, not a salt. What's the one that starts with the letter F? It's like not an assault, but it's
Is it a drug?
no, like
Oh yeah.
a crime.
Felony?
Felony. It's a felony to do that. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a felony to fill a donut with not donut cream.
that I
And make
know.
someone else do
Yeah, that is a definitely a felony charge. That's like my buddy at work. I have a funny quick story real quick. It has nothing to do with that, but I made a joke about that because my wife made banana nut muffins.
Mhm.
And I brought them to work, and I looked at my buddy who's my manager that I mentioned earlier, and I said, you never guess what the nut's made out of. And as he's eating it, he's like, oh man. Spin the wheel
Spin that wheel, man.
is 172. We got a high one this
Ooh.
time. Yeah. Don't break the book now.
Right. I don't know my own strength. Would you be content with a marriage of the highest quality in all respects but one? It completely lacked sex.
No.
Yeah, me either.
I hate to say
Um,
it. Okay, hear me out though. Hear me out. I would like to re-roll this one if you don't mind.
Oh, I have a question right next to it. That's actually really short.
Oh, okay. Actually, then we'll just do that. Just because
You pref-
I feel like, the main thing about a relationship is obviously sex, and that's what I learned about marriage counseling. If those of you, yeah, I even said 152 said, nah. And I'm not saying like you have to have sex. You know, that's not what I'm saying. But there has to be a little bit of intimacy with one another.
Intimacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, intimacy is so important. But intimacy to me could be like staying together on a couch and watching a
Absolutely.
movie, or
Absolutely.
having breakfast next to each other. Um,
Pop my arm on that one.
like, oh, nice. Uh,
Yeah, no,
you
absolutely.
know,
Playing games, vibing.
playing games. Yeah,
Yeah.
like
There has to be an
those
intimacy
things.
there. And again, like, yeah, get that good stretch on.
Get that good stretch on.
But yeah, no. So, like, with that being said, like, definitely,
Thank you.
I hate to say it in a male stamp form, especially for our podcast, but those of who are
Yeah.
female in it, there has to be intimacy, especially intimacy in a relationship, because without that, I mean, you can love each other, absolutely, but there has to be some chemistry in there. Whether it's spending time together, watching a movie together, there has to be something.
Or like even holding hands.
Absolutely. Hugging,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
you know, saying goodnight.
Right.
There has to
Exactly.
be something with that. And if there's none of that, I'm sorry, it won't last, and you should know your
Yeah.
value. That's a good one. And if you don't mind, I would like to kind of re-roll that, just because of the fact
go
of
ahead.
like that was a good one, but I don't want to kind of end on this last one like that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there was this one right next to it, and it said, "Would you prefer to be blind or deaf?"
Okay, real quick, save that spot. I got 59. Check 59. If that one's not better than that one, I would love to answer that. Cause that
59's a bit of a.
you say deaf, you're insane. Hold on, we have it.
Deaf. Wow. Okay.
Okay,
all right.
hold on. We
Elaborate, Mister
152.
152. By 59 is, by controlling medical research funds, you are in the position to guarantee that a cure will be found in 15 years of any disease you choose.
Nah, fuck that. We'll go back to the other one. I'll
Unfortunately, no progress on any others would be made during that period. Would you target one disease?
Yeah, no, I like the other one better. Let's do that one. So what was
Okay,
it?
blind or deaf?
Yeah. Sight or death? Okay, look, hear me out. And for those of you that like sight, don't get me wrong, I love beautiful sights. You know, if it wasn't for my sight, I wouldn't have what we explained in this podcast earlier today. I wouldn't have seen the ocean. I wouldn't have seen my dream car that I got or have gotten. I wouldn't be able to do so much stuff with my sight. Me personally, I feel like you could relate in the same value. Me personally, the music that I hear and elaborate with slash relate to, or like there's some songs I even find to this day and blows my mind, where it's less like, oh, this song was produced like 10 years ago or 5 years ago or even hell 2 years ago. I'm like, why have I never heard of this? Me as a music artist and producer or whatever, I'm not necessarily a producer as much as you, because you actually have music out there. But you know how educated I am with music. I could never go my life without hearing those sounds.
Yeah.
And it's funny because actually, sorry, I'm like burping really much. Yeah. All right. All that's out of the way. There has been so much that even my wife picked up, where my eyesight's actually bad, and I wear contacts and everything. And it just amazes me because till this day I still find music and I'm like, dude, like, why have I never heard this before? And then I really get into it, where like, especially when I start drinking and everything, I hear like the flow of it and everything. It's like the chemistry I feel in the music and vibe and everything. Oh my God, I can't imagine going my life without hearing. So me personally, I'd rather lose my sight. Like, don't get me wrong, I love seeing things, I love hearing things, but if it came down to would I rather see stuff or listen to the music that I have witnessed slash still, like, we're only in 2025. I'm only 26 years old, so there's only more to the future than to meets its eye. If I go blind tomorrow, I'd rather see what 2040 holds and the beat of the music that I really have than my eyesight. Honest to God. Seriously.
Yeah, no, you said that totally perfect. I wouldn't add anything more to it. I've always imagined, and this is like so meta, but like if anyone's ever seen Fantasia,
Yeah.
Okay, so you know at the very beginning where it's all a whole bunch of like blasts of colors and like like lines and all this like abstract stuff.
Right.
That's how I would imagine it would be if I was naturally blind hearing music.
And I hate to bring this up
You
real
know,
quick as you
without
were
the concept of
talking
colors
about that.
or lines.
152
Yeah,
mentioned Beethoven was deaf, though. That is true, but he felt the vibrations of the songs that he was writing, which is a very key
actually,
thing.
what he would do is he would put a pencil
No
in
shit.
his mouth,
Really?
and then he would put it on the sheet music. The sheet music is on the piano,
Really?
and he would press the buttons as he played.
No way. Are you serious?
Serious. And this information you can find by a interview by Igor Stravinsky, another composer. You can also listen to his music on Fantasia. It was the dinosaur one. Um, he was taught by Wagner. Wagner was taught by Beethoven.
Now,
Wagner told
oh, I'm sorry.
Stravinsky
Yep.
how Beethoven would compose his music later on as his death
Now, hear me out, though.
grew.
If Beethoven actually heard his music, imagine how genius it is slash was
Actually,
to this day.
even about that, so Beethoven's Symphony Number 5, the one
Yeah.
that goes da na na na
Right.
da na na na.
It
It was actually right, yeah. That intro was actually composed completely different.
No way.
They found an older manuscript a decade ago. I
Wow.
think a decade ago. And he actually changed notes from the original draft to what we play today. So the guy knew what he was doing.
So, like, that's what I was saying. So I heard a lot of deaf people actually go to rave concerts because they could hear the vibrations or not feel the vibrations to the music.
Yeah.
I heard that's a thing.
Mhm.
Me personally, though, being a music person myself and such as you, I just can't go without hearing that and being like, wow.
Yeah.
Because there's been so many times of artists. I mean, we even have a podcast on it about what will be in our music symphony and all that, museum and all that.
Our museum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually, while you were gone, I was mentioning that. And I just can't believe this is just me. I just can't believe if I never witnessed that music, what I would be feeling, because music's so beautiful to me more than sight is. And don't get me wrong, there is a beautiful side to everything, you know,
Mhm.
whether it's a person,
Yeah.
place, or thing. There's a beautiful sight. But when it comes to music, I rather listen to music than have my sight. That's just me.
Same. No, I totally side with you on that. I see an argument for those who
Absolutely.
would rather lose their, yeah. But
Because I even go to like
Yeah.
the deep part of it where I even remix music and like listen to it. And like sometimes in the middle of remixing, I just listen to it. I'm like, this guy, or sometimes I remix rap songs and everything. And I normally listen to the beat, but sometimes I listen to the lyrics where other people are different. They'll listen to the lyrics and the beat. I'm like, this is so genius. Like, how did you create that? Or, you know, I listen to death metal, as you see my things in the background there. It's so genius. It really is.
Yeah.
And it's so beautiful, where I wish I could create something that beautiful and magnificent. That's the best way I could describe it. That's a great question
Yeah,
for
for
our
sure.
ending one.
right?
Moving on.
152 says, I like my sight. I also I bet I will get no good erections without sight.
Hey, I see where you stand, though. I see where you stand. But me personally,
I don't know.
just
I've worn
hearing,
blindfolds
I was
before.
gonna say, hearing, it's not just with music. Hearing,
Yeah.
I almost said seeing. Hearing, listening, whatever it is, me personally, it's just hearing is just so much beautiful, whether it's music or another person or whatever. It's just so much beautiful than sight.
Yeah. Let's get to our never have I ever.
Absolutely.
Never have I ever thought about what to name my future children.
No, me and my wife talked about that. I don't think I want to say it just because I'm scared that other people will take it, but I'm actually pretty proud of what, no, fuck it. I'll say it because it's probably a popular name. If we had a girl, I told her, it's funny because we're not how can I say this? We're not, I guess you could say Mexican or anything. We're not Mexican or anything.
Okay.
But I would love if we had a girl, and her and I already talked about this. I would love to name Santana.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Like the guitarist.
Yeah, Santana. And we both agreed on that. If we had a girl, it would be Santana. And then if we had a boy, I think we said Malachi. It's just something different that nobody really has.
Mm-hmm.
Or, we thought of stuff like that. Santana's a cool name. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I even told my wife, I was like, dude, that'd be a bad bitch, man. Like, Santana will fuck some shit up, dude. So,
right?
Yeah, Santana, I said.
Trying to go through the Rolodex of, like, have I remember...
Said the Rolodex. I love that. I haven't heard that word in a minute.
Yeah, so... I remember now, my ex-wife and I, we had a conversation about this. Girl name, Emma.
Okay.
Boy name, Ethan.
Ethan's cool.
Ethan and Emma. Those are the names. Yep. It took me a minute, but I got there.
Yeah.
Obviously we know where that is. But the boyfriend unit and I have been trying really hard. Okay, and I just don't know what it is that's happening. Like, it's me or him. I don't know why it's not working.
Love it. I drink to that.
Oh, dude, the reason why I'm NSFW is because I don't know. Like, question about that. So, right.
Yeah.
You curse on your stream.
Absolutely.
Right? So is it not safe for work, or is it
like at my actual job?
No, like here.
Oh yeah, dude, it's safe. Yeah.
Really? Okay, so what?
Yeah, I curse like a sailor, dude.
My level of not safe for work is because I always.
How about this? When I first started streaming, I tried to be Mr. Professional and have a suit and tie, and then I realized, just like the story of my life, is if you can't accept me for who the fuck I am, and I'm gonna say that just like that, then don't follow me / watch me. You know what I'm saying? If you don't like me cursing, that's cool. That's on you. But yeah, no, on Twitch and everything, yeah, no, it's safe for work and everything. Right,
because I'm looking at this and it says politics, sensitive social issues.
The one thing I don't,
drugs, intoxication.
The one thing I don't, do is obviously politics and religion, because again, but yeah, no, they even say on Twitch, you're allowed to smoke weed, you're allowed to drink, as long as you're being responsible, it says, with it. Right. And then same thing. So you're allowed to curse. And then actually you're the one who told me, because I started playing, what's that one game? I talk shit about it all the time, and even you did. But you said, yeah, I get through it. But there was that nudity scene, and you said as long as it's in a certain time frame.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're even allowed to show nudity on Twitch, but it can't be like continuous. It can't be continuous, but it can't be for a long frame too.
Okay.
What's that fucking
like? We were playing. No, it was Tormented Souls.
What is it?
Tormented
That's it. I keep on wanting to say two something souls.
Very beginning, and I was like, whoa, why is this chick?
So you're the one who told me about that. So yeah, even on Twitch and everything, so you're allowed to show nudity, but only certain times of frames, and you're only allowed to show, like, you can't show like the whole like 9 yards of nudity. So like it's like 15 seconds here, 2 hours later, 15 seconds there, that's fine. But if it's like 2 hours long, that's one thing. But yeah, so you're allowed to curse, you're allowed to drink, you're allowed to smoke. All of them have to be in a respectable form. That's why we throw a party on our Twitch. But yeah, very good question, by the way.
Right. Yeah, because I was curious about that too. I was just checking off the things I was like, oh, I could be talking about that. I could see that
Yeah.
happening. I could see that happening. Could see happen. I didn't realize that as I was checking off those check marks, I was like, oh, so apparently my stream is not safe for work.
Yeah, no, I know if you stream on TikTok, you can't show anything. No blood, no drinking, no nothing on TikTok. Yeah, I got banned on TikTok because I was playing a bloody game, a horror game, and it showed.
You're so.
Yeah, I know, right? But yeah, I got banned on TikTok because it showed blood and everything. But yeah, no, you're allowed to. Like I said, I at least cuss. I know you don't, but I cuss, and honestly, it's one of those things. I hate to say it.
You gotta get me going.
Yeah, seriously. But I'm gonna tell everybody in this in chat, if you don't like me who I am, then you can go fuck yourself. But
That's how we're gonna handle it on this podcast. What's the worst?
Absolutely. Oh no, one listener doesn't listen. Oh no.
Oh no. Okay, here's our last one, everybody. What if you hide under your parents' bed and they start making love?
Let's do another one. I'll answer that, but can we do another one? Because I don't want to end on that.
What shouldn't you do?
What shouldn't I do? Laugh?
Join in.
No. What the fuck? Absolutely. That just fucking kicked mine. Fucking Jesus Christ. Holy crap. I just finished my last beer. Well, not my last beer. I have like 18 more, but for this podcast. Holy shit.
What if your lover
Jesus Christ. I'm sorry.
15152 is like, hell no. All right, last one. What if your lover shows up to your house wearing a furry costume and holding another one for you to put on?
What did I do or what?
I'm a wolf.
Don't you start the bar XD.
It's different if it's a yip or a goof. If it's a yip yip, that's one thing. But if it's a goof goof, it's a completely different
Can
thing.
we do one more, please? I'm sorry. These are good on for my end. One more. Come on, make it a good one.
Okay. What if your bag of chips gets stuck in the vending
There
machine
we go.
you're using at your city's court building?
I don't give a fuck. I'm shaking that motherfucker. Rest me. There we go.
No. I would be the guy who'd be like trying to get my hand up and into the machine, trying to grab
Depending on how high it is, bro, I'll be doing it. Then I'll be shaking that motherfucker. That's a great
This
one.
way.
Anyway.
All of a sudden, you get pulled into the courtroom, and it's like, "Sir, we are charging you with battery of a public machine.
Good. I want my Doritos.
All for Doritos. All for Doritos.
Nah. Honestly, sun chips, sausage verde, yeah, or whatever. Yeah, you
Well,
say.
salsa verde, sun
Oh, oof. Mwah. I'll fucked up. What the hell is wrong with you? I have that. I get that every time I go shopping. Anyway, I will fuck it up I almost like a time machine. Hey, yeah, no. If it's a sun chips, yeah, you got me. I'll break that window. I'll serve that time.
Instead of what would you do for a Klondike bar, a Sean bonus question is, what would you do for a bag?
Kill a man. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You know, between me and like the world's biggest Reese's peanut butter cup,
Yeah.
I'd kill a man over a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Listen, I used to be
If
all
that peanut
for
butter cup was the
Reese's.
size of my face.
I used to be all for Reese's, and I went through a huge phase of it back in like 2018, 2019, where that's all I ate, and it's like kind of like an alcoholic drink, dude. I can't eat that shit no more.
Depends on how hungry I am.
Absolutely.
My survival mode. Yeah.
That was great, dude. That was fun. I'm glad I had this with you. You want to end it?
Seriously. Yeah, let's wrap this up. Well, first of all, thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by, for watching. To our moderators, Lightbright Indy, King J935, Ratatrophic, myself, Sriracha Sauce, Go Johnny Go 85. Who else am I missing out on?
That's pretty much it, honestly.
Everybody, yeah, that's the
Yeah.
whole family, right? And thank you so much, 152, for the
Join
follow.
in.
We appreciate that, my dude.
As we always say that
Coming by.
we always forget to say 152, since you're in this chat right now, if you have any suggestions what to talk on our next podcast, make sure you tell us, whether it's how can I say it, like a horror story, something that you want to hear of. Like I said before, when we were gone, we did cryptid stories that was brought by somebody. We did ghost stories
Evil
around
rhymes.
a time, evil rhymes around evil rhymes in general. If you guys suggest what
Something actually scary, bruh.
yeah, if you guys suggest something that you want to hear on our next podcast, we will give you a shout out, and we will talk about the topic that you want to talk about. So just make sure that you let us know, and wrap it up, Sean.
Hell yeah, man. All right. Well, also, where to follow you, Ratatrophic?
Yeah, I'm Ratatrophic. That's Ratatropy. I cannot spell right now. Jesus Christ.
THIC.
Yeah, thank you. At twitch.tv.com, and also same thing with YouTube. We are doing our own side vlog as well. I'm not gonna post that out yet, but I just want to get you guys hyped up. I am doing a motorcycle vlog where I'm going around my whole city and everything, finding random Honda locations, talk to you about the story and everything about those Honda locations. I'll get furthermore into that. If you guys want to join my Discord as well, I'll post that down below. But yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. And you can find me at seangraves.net for all things that I am artistically up to at the moment. So thank you guys so much. Next time, we'll try to do the same thing we do every night, surviving. My name is Sean, and this dude over here.
I'm Ratatrophic/Dom.
Wishing you all the best till next episode. Until next time, unpleasant dreams.
Peace.